Are these the future of facial cleansing? This is the Olay Cleansing Melt, and Olay would like you to think that this is the future of facial cleansing. I'm a dermatologist, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Olay Cleansing Melts. This is a product that has been in development for over 10 years at Procter Gamble, the owners of the Olay brand, and this video is not sponsored. I received these from Olay, so I did not purchase them, but I've been using them for a little over a month, and I'm going to talk about the benefits, the pros, the cons of these cleansers, and tell you about my user experience. And if you're looking for a cleanser, you don't have one that you love to use, if these are going to be a good option for you. So let's dive in and learn a little bit about the Olay Cleansing Melts. When it comes to cleansers, whether you have dry skin, whether you have oily skin, acne-prone skin, there's dozens and dozens of different cleansers on the market, and a lot of them are pretty similar. They're going to come in a big bottle, they're going to have water in there, and they're going to have different ingredients to help tackle different skin problems. These are a radical shift in cleansing because it just feels like a piece of fabric in the hand, and if you start playing with it, you can even start to separate different layers out, and it just looks like fabric. Now, this was in development for over 10 years at Procter Gamble because this is so different from any other way that you would cleanse your face. The closest thing that I can liken it to is if you've ever been camping and you go to a camping supply store, you can buy little soap shavings that come out of a dispenser to wash your hands, and you might carry those so you don't have to carry a bottle of soap or a big bar of soap if you just need that, but you don't want to use soap on your face, so those would not be an ideal way to clean your skin. Olay had to develop something that was going to be specifically attuned for facial skin, because when we are picking a cleanser for the face, we don't want it to strip away all of our natural oils, we don't want it to leave us feeling dry and tight, and we actually want it to provide a good clean. Keeping those things in mind, Olay launched 3 different versions of the cleansing melts. I've got 2 of them here with me. The third one is at home because I've been using it for the last month and I forgot to bring it to the office today. But to start, they have the Olay Cleansing Melts with vitamin C. This is the only one of the 3 products that is actually, it contains a little bit of fragrance. It's got a subtle citrus scent to it, and I actually really like the smell of it. I am not sensitive or allergic to fragrance, but if you are, you're going to want to choose one of the other options. But for me, this has been my favorite one to use, is the one with vitamin C. Now, the other options are going to be the Olay Cleansing Melts with retinol. So retinol, of course, can be good for fine lines and wrinkles. And although a retinol in this particular product is probably not going to do a lot to turn back the clock on your skin, it does pair really well with some of the other Olay products with retinol. And actually, Olay makes some really great retinol products. Their Regenerist is one of the most popular on the market. The third Olay Cleansing Melt is with hyaluronic acid. So if you have super dry skin, that might be a better option for you because you get just a little bit of that hyaluronic acid to help add some hydration to the skin. Before I jump into the experience and how to use these, I want to talk about the development of these products because I had the opportunity to actually go to Cincinnati and visit with the scientists at Procter & Gamble who helped to develop these. And kind of as I alluded to earlier, this was something that took a lot of technical expertise to create something that was eco-friendly, that was going to do a good job cleansing, that was not going to over dry the skin, and that was going to provide a really satisfying user experience. Because this is such a shift in the way that people cleanse their skin, they had to make it really, really good. And spoiler alert, they did. When it comes time to wash your face with an Olay Cleansing Melt, this is gentle enough to use twice a day if you want. If you tend to just wash with water in the morning, you would use this at night. And typically you're going to get your hands wet and then place the cleansing pad on your palm and drip a little extra water on it. And when you get enough water on there, you're going to watch in about 3 seconds, it's going to completely dissolve and just looks a little translucent in your palm, but it's still there. One thing you have to be careful of is you don't want to put that in your palm and then just hold it under the running water in the sink because it could get washed right off your palm and down the drain, and you don't want to do that. So I keep it in my palm and I drip a little water on there, and once I've got water on my hands and the pad has dissolved, then you do the activate step. So soak, activate, cleanse. When you start to activate it by rubbing your palms together, you're going to notice that it produces a really rich micro bubble lather, and that's the way that they describe it. When I've used some other foaming cleansers, They provide really big bubbles, and I don't know that there's a huge difference in big or little bubbles. The Olay scientists do talk about how the smaller bubble sizes can get into nooks and crannies and wrinkles on your face and actually clean better. And I really enjoyed the experience of the microbubble lather, and you really can see it when you start to use these products, and I'm going to show some of that in the video here. But that microbubble lather is a really nice texture, a really nice feel for the skin. If you're using the vitamin C product, you're going to start to smell that fragrance come at you as you start to wash your face. I have never had any trouble with a disc this small creating enough lather to actually wash my entire face, to get through my facial hair. And if I've used these in the shower, I've even been able to have enough lather to go up and over and wash my hair, or my head, because I don't have hair. I don't know why I said hair, but there's plenty of lather in this tiny little disc. Once you've got that lather on your face, you're gonna wash just the same as you normally would with any other cleanser. But the user experience of the Olay Cleansing Melt is unlike anything else that I've used when it comes to cleansers. And there's a lot of cleansers that I like. I have traditionally used the CeraVe hydrating cleanser, the CeraVe cream to foam cleanser. I don't usually use the CeraVe foaming cleanser because it is a little bit better for oily skin. I don't have oily skin. I have dry skin, and sometimes I'm a little more sensitive. And so I was worried a little bit about the intensity of the lather from the Olay Cleansing Melt leading to dryness or irritation. And I can tell you that I found none of that in my experience. And I've used these pretty consistently for 4 to 6 weeks now. When we look at the packaging itself, they come in a box, and when we open it up, you've got 4 little wells here. You peel this open, and this is resealable because you don't want water to get in here or it would just ruin everything. So you take one out, you hold it there, you can reseal the package, and I set that on the side of my sink while I get my face wet and get water on my hands. Now, I have found that I get a better lather if I have water on my face as well. I think these need a good amount of water, and if I just have water on my hands, I tend to find that I want a little bit more of a lather, and I get that if I already have a little water on my face. So I splash my face, I put the disc in my hand, I get it wet, I activate, and then it creates all the lather that I need in order to wash my face. Again, I haven't experienced any dryness or sensitivity from the product. I do feel like it gives me a great deep clean and leaves me feeling clean all day. When I first heard about the Olay Cleansing Melts, and especially when I got them in my hands, I was immediately thinking these would be perfect for travel, because you could take a few of these, throw them in a Ziploc bag, and you wouldn't be carrying extra liquid through airport security where you have to make sure you don't have too big of a bottle or anything like that. So there's no water in this product. It's not gonna set off anything when it comes to TSA. Now, there is a call out specifically from the Procter Gamble team when I had my call and visited with them, and on their website is that these are really meant to be a daily cleansing product. These are not just something you would take with you when you travel, although I can tell you they are extremely travel friendly. Probably the biggest question that I had when it came to the Olay Cleansing Melt is, what is the price going to be? Because you can get a great big bottle of Cetaphil cleanser for like $16 to $18. It's gonna last a long time, and you're only getting 32 of these cleansing melts in a box, and I really thought these were gonna come out to be probably between $20 to $25 for a box, and we're looking at almost $1 a day to cleanse your face. I'm like, that's gonna be steep. However, they have released them now. I got my hands on them before they were actually officially announced, and a box of 32 cleansing melts is gonna cost $9.99, which I think is actually a pretty decent price for something that is novel, something that took a lot of time to develop and gives a completely different user experience. Now, that breaks down to like 33 cents a day. When we look at the cost of cleansing your face with a big bottle of, generic cleanser, you're probably paying less than that on a daily basis. But I really do enjoy these, and I don't think that $9.99 for a box of cleansing melts is outrageous. And there's probably gonna be times where you can get them on sale depending on where you're shopping, whether it's Amazon, Target, Ulta Beauty, wherever it is. But if you're looking for a cleanser, you haven't found one that you love, or you just wanna try something new, as a dermatologist, in a non-sponsored video, I would highly recommend that you try the Olay Cleansing Melts. You may find that you love them. You'll keep going back to them time and time again. I can tell you that I will always make sure that these are in my bathroom because I love using them. And I'm pretty confident that you're gonna like them as well. If it fits in your budget and you want to try something new, or you don't have a cleanser that you already love, I can't imagine anybody using these and not loving the user experience out of them. If you want to try them, I'm gonna have a link to them down in the video description. And if you need more help building a skincare routine, I've got a video right here where I'm gonna walk you through how to set up a skincare routine for yourself, and I will see you guys back on the next video.